guys? It's Floyan. Yep, a little bit different type of setup here. I'm not on my GoPro or anything like that, but today this video needs me to just talk to you guys. This is a very funny video, a very funny story time, as you will, and I have many, 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 many stories from what I've heard from a lot of my friends. I've had quite a few people tell me you should write a book, you should make a YouTube channel about this or whatever, or make YouTube videos about this. We're here now. And this is the story of how I got lost in Amman, Jordan during an attack. It was a crazy time. But we will get into the details. So, having said that, it's a funny story, it's a crazy story, and I just can't believe I got myself into this mess. So, I hope you guys like and subscribe. Make sure to turn on the bell and make sure you comment down below if you want to see some more story times. I have stories for everything. So don't be afraid to ask for anything, and also any comments on any videos you might want to see in the future. If you like videos like this, obviously, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, let me know. So imagine you are in Dubai. You've been in Dubai for a week, right? United Arab Emirates. And you tell yourself on your phone a bunch of times, hey, don't drink too much, it's the last night. Don't drink too much, it's the last night. And you drink way too much. That's what happened. But there's a lot more deeper meaning to this story. I'm going to try to keep this on a shorter path so that way you guys can just kind of get this quick story and see if you like this video or not. And again, let me know down in the comments below if you like any of my videos. Don't be afraid to check out any of my other videos. So, let's get into it. Last day in Dubai. I drank way too much. I specifically told myself, do not drink too much. I put it in my phone, in my notes, in my reminder, everything. Do not drink too much. Plane flight's at 9 a.m. And I did that. So, let's start from the beginning. I went to a place at Atlantis, the Palm, and there's a restaurant called Nobu. Apparently, Nobu is really popular in New York. Very high-end, nice steakhouse restaurant. I sit down. I eat two steaks because I'm fat, fat man, right? I eat two steaks and I drink a little bit. You can drink and eat at the table, but here in America, you have to eat, or you can eat your food at the bar table, but in Dubai, you have to eat your food at the table, then go to the bar for just drinks. A little bit different, but it is what it is. That was a nice switch up, especially because you don't have anybody eating at the bar. You can get like little micro things, but you can't get full course meals, right? So I get done eating. I'm a little bit buzzed, but nothing crazy. I go over to the table, I sit down, having a blast. I guess you could say I'm talking to people, a couple people, nothing crazy, nothing outlandish or anything. Talking to people, enjoying this guy to my right. He's really cool, seemed like a chill guy and stuff like that. And I had two females on my left. They're real estate agents in Dubai, which is what I actually want to know about. So I was asking them questions, right? Talking to them and stuff like that. I got their contact information, so that way if I ever wanted to do it, I could go to them or find a way so that way I could learn how to do it. Real estate in Dubai. I get progressively more drunk. And by the way, I should mention before I continue, the bars in Dubai, there's some bars in Dubai that last 24 hours. Yes, 24/7 they'll have a bar. It's crazy. But this bar I was at, it closed at midnight, and then there was a second bar we went to, and when I say we, I'll get to that. That one closed at 3 a.m. and then the third bar we went to closed at 5 a.m. I vaguely remember the one at 3 a.m., the 3 a.m. one, and I do not remember the 5 a.m. one, right? I just have videos on my phone about it. But let's get back into it. So I'm sitting there drinking, talking to this guy, having a good time, right? I ask him what he does. He says that he's the starting center for the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is crazy. I've seen it on Instagram and everything like that. That's crazy, right? So I'm like, dang, that's cool, because my dad likes hockey and stuff like that, right? And having said that, he was talking about that. Then I talked about or to the females about the real estate, and then got their contact information and then started talking to him again. And then I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I told myself in my head, I gotta go and sleep before I miss my plane or something. Then all his like buddies and stuff, real estate friends, hockey friends, all come up together, and I'm like, oh, I can't leave now. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. I've never had an experience like this in my entire life, right? So I sit there, we're talking, we're cool, we're vibing, right? Right? And then eventually that bar closes, or is close to closing. It's like 11, right? Then I'm about to leave, and I'm telling you, right here, right now, right when I'm about to leave, I'm very drunk. Right when I'm about to leave, the baddest females on planet Earth, I tell you, the baddest females on planet Earth walk in. And I'm like, your boy's got to stay. Your boy's got to stay. Point blank, right? So I do. I stay. I'm like vibing with everybody. Why not? You know, this is like what it's like, right? So we're vibing, drinking. We're all like, yeah, this is cool. There's probably like two girls per guy in this group. Like in these, I'm talking models, dude. I've never seen a girls like group of girls this hot. It's crazy. It's the hottest girls I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy. It was a very nice experience, right? Especially talking to them and enjoying time with them. And I got their Instagrams and stuff. That was wicked. I don't know how that works. Maybe I was just bothering them, but whatever, right? It was nice. It's cool. Now I got them all on Instagram. It's like I think it was like 12 or 13 of them, but whatever. I digress. They were like, "Oh, we gotta close the bar. We're about to close." And all the girls are like, "Well, what are we gonna do now?" And I'm like, "Let's go downstairs because this place doesn't close till 3 a.m." Of course, my drunk ass, dumbass shit, right? So we all go downstairs, and it's in an elevator because this one was on the 22nd floor. We go down, it's first floor. It's a Mexican restaurant. I think it's called El Fuego in Atlantis, the Palm. I might be wrong, but it's a Mexican restaurant regardless. And we get in there, right? And I'm having espresso martinis because I love coffee. Um, that's pretty much why I only got it. It was because it was espresso martinis, and they were amazing espresso martinis, obviously, because I'm getting trashed in Dubai on my last day, right? When I shouldn't be. So then we get down there and we all started dancing. I'm telling right hand on my Bible, I don't dance, I don't sing, but I was dancing and singing and I had a video on my Instagram story of me doing it. That was the first time in my life I've ever publicly like sang or danced. I'm not even a big music listener. Like I don't really listen to music. I didn't listen to music till I was 18 years old. I know that sounds crazy. I mean, obviously I've heard it like in public, but I've never like sat down and listened to music till I was 18 years old, right? So I'm not like a big music guy, right? But I was vibing with all these females and these hockey players and real estate people, and we were having a time, bro. And eventually time comes, which I don't remember this. This is just what I've seen, right? Is on my phone is that they were like, "All right, we're closing." I'm like, okay, right? I don't even, again, I don't know what the hell's going on, but we're like, let's go to the other bar, right? You know, it closes at 5 a.m. This bar is so crazy. It's called the Wave House. It's got a bowling alley, like a kids area, and like a arcade and a whole like outside area that they do like bands and stuff. They have this all in one place in a huge bar, like a huge bar, right? We go there. I'm getting espresso martinis, I would imagine. I don't really know because I don't remember much. And we were partying and partying and partying, right? Whatever. That's just the beginning of the story. I go back to sleep at 5 a.m. in the morning at least, right? I'm trash, don't remember any of it. I wake up, okay, plane leaves at 9 a.m. I wake up at about 7:30 and I'm like, I had to vomit so much, right? So I go and I'm vomiting and vomiting and vomiting. I'm trying to like hurry up, put my stuff together because I know that the airport's like 30 minutes away, and I got to get there earlier. And I don't know the airport, right? I'm stuffing everything in bags and stuff like that. I got my backpack, got my thing, and then I'm trying to like also carry my extra stuff that I had bought and stuff like that, right? Get a taxi instantly because Atlantis Palm's really good at that. They just have people like come and get it. It's really quick, right? Really quick, really easy. The line was a little bit long, but I kept puking, right? I remember one of the people, or the guy that was getting me or one of the security guards was like, "Do you need a ambulance?" I'm like, "No, bro. I'm just hungover, man. I'm just hungover. I'm just hungover." Right? So, anyways, I get into the taxi. I'm like, "Hey, you need to take me to Dubai Airport, right?" Get to Dubai Airport, and as soon as I get there, I literally like get out of the taxi, take like 3 steps, and puke all over the ground, like crazy, right? Like a bunch. And I'm like, yo, this is terrible, right? I'm like, all right, we just gotta go, and then we can get there. I get in there and I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm like, am I even at the right terminal? I didn't even really know what terminals was. Like, I'm gonna be real, it's the first time I've ever been out in the country, or anywhere really by myself. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I'm like, I know it's Terminal 3. That's where I told the guy to go. So I go in and I'm talking to somebody. I'm like, hey, my plane, this is the plane flight I need to go on. I go to the plane, and he says, the gates just closed 6 minutes ago. I'm like, you are serious? I'm like, you are serious. The gates just closed 6 minutes ago, so I just missed my plane flight. Like, I'm screwed, right? But I'm trash. I'm still trash. I'm like one shot away from being blackout drunk again. So I'm trying to do all this, and I'm like, yo, this is terrible, right? So I go into the cafeteria and I just lay my head down, and I'm like, I gotta puke. I went to the bathroom, and the only stall that was open was a squatter toilet, right? I never knew what a squatter toilet was. I thought it was just a piss toilet, but like a different kind because it was in a Muslim country. I didn't know what a squatter toilet was. So I don't even sit, I just go in the squatter toilet, start puking down the squatter toilet, right? Thinking like, oh yeah, this is not where people shit. And they do. So anyways, I'm puking in here, and then I have to poop. So then I'm pooping in there and I'm puking at the same time, right? Dying. I'm dying, dude. And I just like, I was in there for about 2 hours just puking and jitting, bro. It was crazy work, right? I was like legitimately dying, right? So, anyways, after my time in there, I'm like, yeah, I missed my plane flight. I should also mention that my phone, the service provider I have, doesn't have any towers out there. So the only way I could call people is through Wi-Fi service, public Wi-Fi service. And then on top of that, the SIM card they gave me wouldn't work on my phone. So I was literally there with like no service the whole time, which was fun until I missed my plane flight, right? So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I feel hungry. So I go get some chicken strips from McDonald's. America, come on now. Come on now. Chicken strips from McDonald's. And I literally eat like two of them, and I eat a little bit of the fries, and I maybe take 2 sips of the drink. And I'm like, I gotta puke again. And I went back and I did for like another hour. I'm all puked out now, right? I'm super tired, and I puked so much. So I'm like, all right, let me try to sleep. But I couldn't sleep because I was so worried about what would happen. So I like laid my head down for like, I don't know, about an hour or two. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting better. I bought a water, chugged the water down. I'm starting to feel better. I can actually walk around, not look like a drunk asshole, right? I'm like, okay, what do I got to do? So I start talking to people. Nobody other than the workers was speaking English. So only the workers speak English, which is very nice. I go to the table that she told me to go to, and I go, and by the way, at this point, I have about $1,000 left in my bank account, right? And I go up to this table, and I'm like, hey, when's the next plane flight out of here so I can get to Chicago, or so I can get back to Cleveland International Airport? That's where I flew out of, right? And she's searching for like 5 minutes, and then she's like, "Sir, we found a plane flight. It'll leave at 1 p.m." At this point, it's like 12. So I'm like, "Okay, cool, cool, cool. Get it, get it, get it, get it, right?" And she's like, "Okay, that'll be $4,000." And I'm like, Huh? Hold on. What did you just tell me? What did you just tell me? $4,000? I look at her crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, do they only selling first class tickets around here or what? So I'm like, yeah, I can't do that. I don't have that much money left. And she's like, how much do you need? Or how much are you looking for? And I'm like $1,000. And she was like, sir, you're not getting any plane flights for $1,000. I was like, yo, what? She did not just say that to me. And I look at her and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go back to the cafeteria, sit down, and I start looking at my phone for my own plane flights, right? Looking, couldn't find nothing until I finally found something, which is through Amman, Jordan, and on my phone. But the problem is that my bank won't let me buy from Jordan, the country, or Amman, Jordan in general, because it's out of the country. I only told them I was going to Dubai and then maybe Abu Dhabi and stuff like that. And my card wasn't working, and I'm like, yo. And I'm thinking, like my drunk ass, like yeah, I'm still drunk, and I'm like, I'm thinking, okay, what do I gotta do? So I'm like, okay, I found this plane. She should have the plane on her stuff. So I'm like, I go back to her. I'm like, listen, I found a plane on my own phone. And she was like, yes, while you were gone, I found a plane flight. And I was like, is it the one with the Royal Jordanian? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, awesome. So can I buy it here because my card won't work because it's trying to buy it in Amman, Jordan, not in Dubai, which was where my card could work. And she was like, yeah, we could do this. And then she comes up with all of it, and then I finally pay for it, right? And I at this point it's about 1:30 p.m., right? In Dubai. I have to wait until 10:30 p.m. to get on this plane flight to Amman, Jordan. But I'm like, screw it, I'll wait. So I waited. I could not sleep for the life of me. So it gets up to about 8 p.m. and I'm like, I'm hungry again. So I got some more chicken strips from McDonald's and I did eat the whole meal this time. I'm finally pretty much not drunk anymore, and it's about time. I get to that gate early, right? I'm like, I'm making sure I'm the first on that plane, right? I give them my package and stuff like that, or the suitcase and I have my backpack with me, and I go get on Amman Jordan, which is a 6-hour flight, and go there. I have a 10-hour layover at Amman, Jordan, right? I get into Amman, Jordan, and they immediately tell me, by the way, nobody speaks English in Amman, Jordan. Nobody. Nobody, not security, nobody, because nobody is like Americans aren't even supposed to go to Jordan, right? And on top of that, my phone's not working, so I can't use a translator. Anyways, I digress. I walk in, they're like, go through here to buy visa. I'm like, buy visa? What you mean by that? They were speaking English, but that was like the only English the guy knew. I was like, I'm not staying here. What do you mean visa? No visa, no visa, no visa. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is speaking, right? And I'm trying to talk to the guy. I'm like, hey, I'm not supposed to be getting a visa. A visa is like $300, $400 for in Amman, Jordan, I think. And I had $25 in my bank account. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, dude, this ain't gonna work. So I can't remember how it works, like, but if you don't have the money for the visa, I think you either get jail time or you get deported. I think deported would be a better option, but it's a different country that doesn't like Americans, and I'm about to get to the reason why. So, I mean, obviously there's bigger reasons that a lot of people know, but the personal reasons while I was there just made it just like so much better, right? So I'm like, okay, I have a layover, right? By the grace of God, somebody was born from Amman, Jordan. He, at like 10 years old, moved to the United States, became a U.S. citizen in New York City. Shout out to that man. If you see this video, shout out to you. You helped me so much. But anyways, he comes up and he's like, "Do you need help?" And I'm like, "Yo, oh my God, I want to hug this man." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yeah, I need help. I'm waiting on a layover. I got like a 10-hour layover." And he was like, okay. And then he does the speaking for me. And they're like, okay, go this way. Right? So I follow him because he's actually from there. And this is when I found out that American TSA is different than any other country's TSA. You have to go through special TSA if you're going to go to America. So we're walking through. He walks through fine. She walks through fine. I get stopped, and the guys look at me stupid, take my backpack, unzip it, and just go all over the table. I'm like, I had everything in there like kind of organized when I was in the airport. I reorganized everything so it could fit in there properly, and I don't have anything bending or nothing. So I had a lot of souvenirs, especially for my family, so they could hang up pictures of me and stuff like that, right? And he just throws it all over the table, and he's like, "You got to throw this away, this away, this away, this away, this away." I'm like, "Bro, just throw it away, just throw it away, just throw it away, just throw it away," right? So then he just throws them away, then just stuffs it all in the backpack, and it's all like getting screwed up. And I'm like, what is happening? I still have to wait here 9 more hours. I'm so fucked, right? Honestly. So then I get my backpack. I didn't even zip it up. I just walked up, or I actually went up the escalator, went into the cafeteria area of that airport, and I was like, I gotta eat, man. I gotta eat. I'm hungry, right? So I'm like, my nothing will work. I like my card wouldn't even work anyway. So I actually had a $50 bill that I forgot I had in my like yo, I'm getting blessings from God, but I had this $50 bill that I had uh $15 United States bill that I had. So I go to the currency converter guy. He wasn't really understanding me, but and the guy that got me to the American TSA, he came up and he speak to him in Jordanian or whatever, and got my money converted. So I got my money converted so I could buy stuff there. And I'm like, okay, I could go to a McDonald's. Their food looks good there, a lot better than it does in America. Not gonna lie, America be better. And then I walk all the way over to Subway, and I'm like, I love Subway. And I'm like, if I get it in Subway, then I know that I could watch them make the food, so then they can't like spit it out. I don't really think that they would, but I don't know, right? I go and sit down, eat my sandwich, and I'm like, okay, I gotta eat my sandwich, and I have to get some sleep because I haven't slept, showered, and brushed my teeth in a very long time at this point, right? So I lay down. I put my hand or my timer on my phone so I could wake up like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think it was 2 hours before my plane flight, and I put my head down. As soon as I put my head down on the intercoms, it says, "Make sure all your bags are within arm's reach, or they will get stolen." That's the exact sentence they said, and I'm like, by the way, I'm the only fucking white guy there, right? And then to make it even worse, all the kids, all the children were staring at me. And I just knew like the parents probably were saying something or I just was that foreign to them. You know what I'm saying? So I get up and I'm like, what the fuck? You know? That happened. I was like, yo, I can't sleep here. Like I don't know what to do? So I what I did is I found like a table away from everybody and I set a timer for an hour, slept, and then every hour on the dot I'd get up, go move. Every single hour, and I put my backpack in front of me and just hugged my backpack and zipped up all my pockets. And to make it even more ironic, the outfit I was wearing a full Jordan outfit. I don't know if they were taking that in like a weird way because it's Amman Jordan. I don't know. But this is also the cherry on the top of this airport is they have wild birds just flying around in the airport, random flying birds just flying around. Yes, I'm serious. So finally gets time for me to get onto the airplane, right? And then this is when or let me back up. I finally find that or get on to or get to the gate for my airplane. I wait there. I almost fall asleep, but I'm like, I gotta get through this. I gotta get through this, right? I couldn't sleep for shit, man. I maybe have had 3 hours of sleep in the last 30 hours at this point, right? And the plane's ready. I get on the plane and I fly to Chicago O'Hare International Airport. And I get there and I call my family up. My grandma, dude. My dad was a little worried. My grandpa was a little worried. But my grandma, she was crying so much, man. Like, she was like, oh, they kidnapped him, they took him, we'll never see him again. That's what my grandpa was saying, right? But, anyways, calling up my grandpa, and I had found out because I told him about the TSA being so mean to me. And I was like, I don't understand why. I had found out the day I went the day after Americans just attacked Amman, Jordan military and killed 21 of their military people with drones. So I'm like in just a shitty city situation. They they just Americans, me, not me directly, but Americans just attacked Amman, Jordan, the city I was in, killed military people. No wonder they're treating me like dickheads, staring at me fucking weird. Honestly. Like, it's fucking, I don't even know how, like, I got so lucky and unlucky at the same time. Like, I should have bought a lottery ticket, man. But anyways, I'm in Chicago. I'm like, all right, my phone works, we're good. I then have a 6 hour layover. Wait there. I tried to get some sleep. I really couldn't sleep, and I was also very, very, very hungry again. And I get going to, or I ate some food and stuff. I never fell asleep because I was just ready to go home. I get back to Cleveland International Airport, and then I finally get in my truck, right? I get back to the airport, get my stuff, finally get back in my truck. I left on a Monday night. That was the time that I left, about 10:30 p.m. And I did not get back to my truck until about 4 a.m. Thursday morning, right? Haven't showered, haven't brushed my teeth, nothing. I get in my truck, I sit there, and I'm like, I really should sleep. And I live about 3.5 hours from Cleveland International Airport, and I'm like, I sit there and I'm like, I really should sleep. Like I'm about to fucking fall asleep, man. And I'm like, we're fucking thugging this. I'm not sleeping in here. And I drove for 3.5 hours straight, falling asleep at the wheel. And I finally get home, and I'm like, I'm not even taking a shower. I'm not brushing my teeth. I'm just going to sleep. And I slept for like 18 hours. And that sums up my very nice experience of getting back from Dubai. And I hope you guys like this video. If you want some more story time videos, comment down below. Don't be afraid to share this video. It's going to be more of an unedited video, so hopefully you enjoyed that. I hope you guys like and subscribe. Peace.